my bed. I got scales all on my floor. I got money on the line, plus I'm clocking it below. I got.
Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to Shiki. Today we're gonna be reacting to
This is BTS.
and this is a long overdue video. We're gonna basically get to know these guys, see what they're about, you know, the backstory, an introduction, pretty much, and yeah, we're just gonna do it. What's so funny?
What?
He's laughing at me, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's because we've messed up the intro like 6 times, but anyways, here we go.
How many of you have heard of BTS?
Who is BTS and why are they so popular? BTS is a 7-member group from South Korea. While the words boy band are often associated with the image of screaming teen girls, that is far from reality. First, there's nothing wrong with being a young person showing love for something you enjoy. But what if I told you about 24% are in their 20s, 28% are in their 30s, and 21% are in their 40s. Take a closer look at this age and gender demographic for BTS's 2020 Map of the Soul ticket sales. Females ages 25 and up made 46% of web traffic, and 31% were males. BTS's fans, named ARMY, will often tell you BTS is not your typical boy band.
Just wait one moment. Did you see that it's not just young people that are watching this?
Yeah.
It's also adults and, you know, people in 30s, 40s, probably 50s and 60s too. So yeah, I guess it's a thing for everybody. I know for a fact that my mother, she likes Korean drama. I'm not sure if she follows K-pop or not, but yeah.
She does, kind of.
Alright. But let's keep going.
Well, I don't know. Better said.
BTS's fans, named ARMY, will often tell you BTS is not your typical boy band. And why? To get a better understanding, let us go back to the beginning. BTS was created by Big Hit Entertainment, whose mission statement is music and artist for healing. The company, and namely their CEO, Bang Si-hyuk, wanted BTS to be sincere and genuine figures that people could easily relate to and grow with. Not immaculate idols groomed amid studio culture, but real boys who shared their authentic personalities and talents with the world. Which is why BTS stands for 방탄소년단.
Alright, first of all,
I did not know that.
yeah, me neither, but that's a pretty noble cause. You know, trying to make people relate to you, your growth, you know, make the people feel like they're part of something. And I'm sure it inspires a lot of people, what they do. What do you think? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
And yeah, that guy must be a great guy. He seemed very happy too. The CEO of Big Hit, the guy who's managing them.
Korean for Bulletproof Boy Scouts. Bangtan meaning to be resistant to bullets, so it means to block out stereotypes, criticisms, and expectations that are aimed at adolescents like bullets, to preserve the value and ideals of today's adolescents.
Wow, alright, so that's pretty huge. I'm sorry if I'm pausing too much, but that's pretty huge if you understand what that means.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of hate and stuff going on today, and you know, a lot of people have a lot of pressure on them, especially young people. And I guess these guys are, you know, a force against them.
In 2017, BTS rebranded their name and logo representing their growth and maturity, extending the meaning to beyond the scene. The new door-inspired logo symbolizes youth who don't settle for their current reality and instead open the door and go forward to achieve growth. BTS debuted on June 12, 2013 with 7 members: RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. All 7 members came from different parts of Korea. So at first, living together in a small apartment was a challenge. Their CEO, Bang Si-hyuk, created a method for the boys whenever they got into an argument.
일단 싸워도 된다. 싸움을 두려워하기 때문에 우리 갈등이 커지는 거다라고 가리키고요. 그다음에 마지막으로는 단 해결은 7이
he
같이
should
하는
be
거다.
proud.
싸움은 둘이 해도 해결은 7명이 같이 해라. 하기 너무 창피한 걸로 싸움을 해도 결국은 같이 와서 저희가 이런 문제를 갖고 둘이 싸웠는데 이렇게 해서 이렇게 해결했습니다라고 얘기를 하고, 그런 부분들이 이 팀의 친화력을 혹은 시너지를 강하게 만들고 있지 않나 이렇게 생각됩니다.
Alright, did you understand that part?
No,
Alright, so
I
basically...
wasn't reading.
Alright, make sure you read the subtitles, that's why I've put them on for you. Basically, he's talking about, you know, they came from very humble beginnings, and if they have a fight or they have a conflict or issue, it's not just going to be between one of them or two of them. Anything happens between them, whether it's one member, two members, three members, they're always, you know, going to fix the problem as a group.
And tell the CEO.
Yeah, and basically, you know, face it as a group, as one. I think that's a very beautiful thing because it creates a pretty strong bond, an unbreakable bond, you know? Something that's very hard to come by.
Over the years, the boys have come to love each other despite their difference in personalities, to the point where they'd feel incomplete with one member missing. They became each other's strength and support and formed a brotherhood.
뭔가 내 머릿속에는 옆에 멤버들이 있어야 뭔가 자연스러워. 그러니까 뭔가 내 핸드폰이나 지갑처럼 없으면 불안한 그런 것들 있잖아. 생각나.
그죠. 소중하다
They have a good
못해
heart.
없으면 안 될 사람들이긴 하죠. 왜냐면은 넘어져도 저 혼자 일어나는 게 아니라 그냥 같이 일어난 거니까.
좀 생각을 해보면 이런 7명이 어떻게 모였을까라는 생각이 들어요. 이제는. 네. 오래 지냈다고 해서 될 문제는 아니에요. 어떻게 보면은 운명인 것 같아요. 네. 되게 유치하지만 그냥 운명이었던 거예요, 이거는. 네.
Their climb to the top may seem sudden.
Wow, so did you see that?
Yeah.
These guys are basically, how do you say that? They're like, they're more than friends. They're brothers. They're, you know, it doesn't matter if they have the same blood or not. These guys have grown, matured, and everything together. It's pretty awesome to see how they can't really function without one another, where, you know, they feel like something is missing. It's kind of how you and I am, you know, as brothers.
Yeah.
If we don't do something together, it feels kind of off, kind of lame, not the same. So yeah.
Sudden to those who didn't follow their journey, but it was far from a walk in the park. BTS's company, Big Hit Entertainment, started off small and faced numerous hardships, even coming close to bankruptcy. Since Big Hit wasn't a large company at that time, they lacked the resources for promoting BTS. Even getting the chance to debut was a fluke. Their debut performance opportunity came about because a music show needed a filler for someone else's spot.
Wow.
Even after they debuted, their performances would often get cut, and if they did make it on air, their screen time was very short since Big Hit didn't have the power or influence bigger companies had over broadcasts.
They must have been pretty young. I'm not sure how old they are now, but maybe in the teenagers or something. But what this tells you, and what you should use also for yourself, is you shouldn't give up. Never give up on your dreams. These guys have been through so much, you know, in Korea especially, you know, power speaks pretty much everywhere, and money speaks, power speak, influence, and they had nothing, but they didn't give up. They, you know, took their chances, and now they're like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, I think. You see? Never give up on
I
your
think
dreams.
they are the biggest.
Yeah. It's very inspiring. Personally, I also have someone I look up to that's never given up, so this kind of resonates with me. It's pretty cool.
Since they were often not invited to a lot of big variety shows, the company found their own way to communicate with their audience through platforms such as YouTube. By vlogging their journey, they allowed us to discover their personalities. They also created their own variety shows and often live streamed with fans. They honed their crafts for hours on end, practicing in the dance studio and producing music, returning home at dawn to all sleep in one bedroom. 2 years of hard work and not knowing where they'd end up, they finally won their first music show award. Yet, as they grew in popularity, they were falsely accused of sajeki, which is when a company buys their own artist albums to boost sales for the charts. That's because people couldn't believe a group from a small company was selling well. ignoring the fact that a small company wouldn't have the resources to pull off such a scam. These were just a few of their hardships and struggles. I created a separate video highlighting their past hardships. I'll link that in my description box.
If you guys want to, we can also check that one out.
Sure.
To see what they've been through. But did you see that? Even when these guys succeeded, people didn't believe them. People didn't give them the credit that they deserved.
And now look at them.
Yeah, and just because they were like not as big, not as influential, it's wow. You know, sadly it's how things are today. But wow.
Throughout the years, BTS were able to reach impressive milestones while continuing to sing in Korean. They shattered cultural language barriers with music and attracted an international audience.
Wow.
They grew organically by staying true to themselves while building a genuine connection with their fans from around the world. During an era where streaming numbers have gone up and traditional album sales have gone down, BTS has become an industry anomaly. Their latest album, Map of the Soul 7, released February 21, 2020, is the best-selling physical album of the year, and they sold over 500,000 copies in just the United States alone.
Alright, that's insane. They had the best-selling album in more than 7 countries worldwide.
In the beginning.
No, when they made this, and well, until now. But that's insane. See how these guys went from not getting a cut, not getting, you know, a place or a chance to really show themselves, and now they're just dominating. That's what dreaming and working hard is all about. You never give up.
The biggest kicker? Well, BTS did this without a single bundle. And what does bundle mean? Artists would bundle merchandise or concert tickets with the album's sales. For example, a copy of an artist's album, digital or physical, would be included in every t-shirt sale or ticket sold for their concert. These sales would count towards charting numbers and become an industry-wide tactic in the US to help boost sales figures and in effect climb up the Billboard charts. In a 2019 New York Times article, they said about half the 39 titles that topped the charts last year were sold as part of ticket or merchandise bundles.
Alright, let me just see if I got this right. What they're talking about is if you buy something like merchandise from that album or something, it counts as an album sale, or do you get an album with it, or do you get the merchandise as a bonus so people have more of an incentive to buy it? If it is how I think it is, it's basically they're like buy our album and you get like maybe a photo card or a t-shirt from us, merchandise.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah, but the thing is BTS never did that. They have never done this kind of promotion where they add merchandise to their sales. They pretty much just dominated by the album itself.
Without the help of bundles and driven by the power of armies alone, BTS were able to beat a lot of historic records, such as Michael Jackson's 36-year record.
Wait, let's see. The Beatles' 22-year
They beat
record.
Michael Jackson.
They beat Adele's #1, most number on iTunes. Michael Jackson's. Let's see if we can remove. Let's see. I want to see what that says real quick. Sorry. And Celine Dion's 25-year record. Wow, that is impressive. Super impressive.
I mean, they are.
And the Beatles' 22-year record. While these musical acts are famous around the world, Suga has said it's a great honor to be called the Beatles of the 21st century. At the same time, it's a bit pressuring to be called that. We are BTS. We want to be the BTS of the 21st century. The members themselves have always been involved in their music and engaged with their fans, even before they officially debuted. From their debut album, Too Cool for School, in 2013 to their most recent Map of the Soul 7,
8 years.
all 7 members have contributed as either writers and/or producers on every album.
Wow.
All of BTS are associate members of the Korea Music Copyright Association. And as of August 2020, J-Hope, Suga, and RM were all promoted to full members of the association. They even create music that's released for free on SoundCloud as gifts to their fans.
Did you hear that? They're giving out songs. They're giving out songs. They're giving out songs for free on SoundCloud. You know, I don't see, you know, I follow American music and stuff, but I haven't seen anyone have this kind of relationship with their fans. They're really giving back to their fans, and, you know, it seems like they appreciate all of you guys, and, you know, it seems wonderful.
Yeah, that's
Much
probably
of
why they are BTS.
Yeah, true. You know, these guys have worked hard from the very
the
beginning.
work touches on subjects like mental health, youth and female empowerment, child abuse, cyberbullying, self-love and development, and socio-economic injustices. Much of their work is also inspired by past writers and thinkers. Their latest series, Map of the Soul, incorporates psychological concepts by Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. BTS is not afraid to use their platform to amplify underrepresented voices and issues, taking numerous risks with their career while receiving backlash from people in power.
Do you get that? These guys are basically, you know, they have a message to bring, and nothing's going to stop them. Even if people are against it, they're just going to do their thing. And they're speaking about a lot of stuff that are true, you know. Mental health, you know, female empowerment, like they said. Social injustice, which, you know, people classify, people don't really treat everyone the same.
They are really good people.
Yeah, honestly, I had no idea. We had no idea. We just thought, you know, they sing and stuff, but that's it's very noble and very inspiring, and I am definitely a fan of them after this.
Yeah, same.
BTS are also as charitable as they are talented. Throughout the years, members have been donating individually and as a group. BTS rarely publicize donations, so fans often find out about them if media organizations uncover the detail.
That's how you know when someone is, you know, really donating for the cause. You know, some celebrities, they donate and, you know, they leak it themselves, or they talk about it, or they bring it up, and, you know, it takes away some of the nobleness of it. But these guys are donating, and they don't want anyone to find out. They don't tell anybody. Because, you know, when you donate, or you know, donate to charity or something, you're not doing it for the fame, you're doing it to actually help people, right?
One
A lot
of
people do it for
BTS's
fame.
Yeah, a lot of people do it for the fame, but as you can see, these guys
few
are...
public announcements was in November 2017 for their Love Myself campaign. They partnered with UNICEF to create a campaign aimed at protecting children and teenagers from around the world, with the hope of making the world a better place through music. BTS and their company, Big Hit Entertainment, pledged 500 million Korean won and donated 3% of the income from the sales of physical albums of the Love Yourself series, along with 6 other fundraising initiatives, including the Love Myself merchandise, where 100% of its proceeds were pledged to the cause.
That's
The
good.
Love Yourself
So good.
series, which contained 3 albums total, sold over 7 million copies worldwide.
Wow.
On September 24, 2018, BTS was invited to deliver a speech about the Love Myself campaign at the United Nations General Assembly. On January 15, 2020, Formula E announced their partnership with BTS to help combat climate change.
Damn, these guys are doing everything.
Yeah.
They're standing up for different causes and everything. Wow.
They
On
deserve
Ju-
all the fame.
All the fame, all the success that they have, it's not been easy for them.
Yeah, they worked hard for it.
And even today, you know, people are probably, you know, trying to bring them down.
Of course.
I don't know why people would try to bring them down. I can't imagine starting like they did, but I'll talk about that later after the video.
June 3rd, 2020, BTS tweeted their support for Black Lives Matter. A few days later, Variety reported that BTS and Big Hit Entertainment had donated $1 million to support the Black Lives Matter movement. When armies got wind of the news, they matched their $1 million donation in one day. Now, these are just a couple of their acts of charity. With their socially conscious music, BTS created a new fandom culture that brings together fans from different national and racial identities. This led to the emergence of bilingual army volunteers who translated BTS Korean lyrics and videos in their language almost real time, making the content immediately available to non-Korean speakers.
Well, they had the best fans.
Do you see that audience? You know, they have the lights on too. That's actually looking very sick. And did you hear what she said? She talked about how the community, or the army, which is a pretty cool name, you know, they've gone so big and so inclusive, so that, you know, they immediately translate stuff when a new song comes out, so that people that don't understand Korean can understand, and, you know, maybe some Spanish people into Spanish and Swedish into Swedish, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Wow.
We may all speak different languages, but their music and their message connected people from around the world, with different ethnicities, background, gender, and age. BTS has also expressed their love and respect for ARMY countless of times, such as always mentioning them first during speeches, responding to fans on their social media app Weverse, showing their appreciation for ARMY projects, halting rehearsals for the Muslim prayers in Saudi Arabia. The youngest member, Jungkook, even got the fandom name tattooed on his hand. Together with ARMY, they grew as individuals and as artists.
저는 굳이 영향력을 주는 거창한 것에 안 원하고 그냥 저희를 보는 분들이 행복하고 웃을 수 있다면 그걸로.
팬이란 게 진짜 뭘까 막 이런 생각을 가끔 많이 하거든요. 결국 그 사람들 때문에 저희가 무대에 서는 거라서, 그 봐주는 사람들을 위해서 노래를 하고 무대를 하는 거기 때문에 결국 우리는 그 사람들한테 진짜 감사해야 되고, 무대 하나하나에 최선을 다해야 되고.
간단하게 얘기해서는 가수를 하고 있는 어떤 제일 중요한 이유인 것 같아요. 저는 뭐 방송 활동도 물론 싫지 않지만 진짜 콘서트는 그냥 제가 이 방탄소년단을 하고 있는 이유가 맞는 것 같아요.
참 다행히도 내가 원래 하고 싶었던 이 메시지, 하고 싶었던 음악들을 하고 있어서 참 다행이라고 생각을 해요. 그러기 때문에 되게 그렇게 살고 있는 것 같아요. 긍정적인 에너지를 줬어. 일단 이 일을 좋아하는 거, 이 일을 사랑하고 너무 좋아하는 게 저에게 큰 영향을 주는 것 같아요. 왜냐면 이 일을 하기 싫고 실증이 나고 하면은 무대 위에서도 나타나기 때문에 이 일을 굉장히 사랑하기 때문에 내가 무대 위에서 퍼포먼스를 할 수 있고 노래를 할 수 있는 것 같아요.
계속 와서 응원해주는 모습, 그리고 이렇게 저희를 진심으로 좋아해주는 그런 표정들, 힘들 때 그런 표정들이 저에게 더 힘을 주는 것 같아서.
저희를 알아봐 주신 여러분들이라면 여러분의 꿈이 아니더라도 여러분의 삶, 여러분의 인생에 언젠가 저희의 존재가, 저희의 음악이, 저희의 무대가, 저희의 사진, 영상이 여러분한테 아주 조금이라도 아픔이 100이라면 그 100을 99, 98, 97로 만들어줄 수 있다면 그걸로 저희의 존재의 가치는 충분합니다. 정말 사랑합니다.
Respect.
Their love for ARMY has also helped them decide on re-signing another 7-year contract with Big Hit Entertainment. They mentioned doing it for their fans and not for money. So while people often discredit BTS's talent, likening their popularity to superficial aspects that come with the image of a boy band, it is their development of personalities and sincerity towards their art and their fans that made their fandom the size and reach that it has become. I hope people will come to realize that BTS is more than just their singing and their dancing skills. They're not just performers, but artists who have healed and inspired millions of people around the world. For a deeper dive into BTS, please refer to these websites, apps, and ARMY accounts to stay updated. We're also working on more video projects and a website, so stay tuned.
Wow, what a video.
Yeah.
So first of all, we got a deep insight into who they are as, as people, as individuals, as a group, and I'm very impressed. It's very inspiring. It's very nice of them.
They have a really good heart.
A really good heart, and I think people don't realize, maybe people from the outside, not talking about the ARMY or the fan base, don't really understand how much work they've put in and how far they've come, and
Yeah, they think it's easy.
yeah, I mean, I think I was one of those too. I've never really thought about how hard it is or how much they go through to become.
Yeah, same. Until I saw this video.
Yeah, especially these guys used to live in one room. They didn't catch a break. They were being disrespected on social media. I can't imagine what kind of mental toll that takes on you, how much you have to work through it. But these guys have risen above it all, and wow, here they are on top of the world, which is it's nice to see. It's nice to see good people do good.
Yeah. And the fact that they succeeded.
They succeeded, and they have a very close relationship with their fans, which is a bit surprising.
Yeah, they're like a real family.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of vibe I got to. It's like a huge family where everyone's looking out for each other. They interact with them, and they give out free songs. They're always mentioning them, and I think it's a good relationship because you guys have that synergy. ARMY is helping BTS, and BTS is helping the ARMY. You guys are like, you're meant for each other, and it's a beautiful thing to see. And honestly, I like the guys even more now. They're really I respect them a lot for what they do, for what they've done, and you can bet that we're both gonna be supporting them because it's not often you see good people. And
yeah, and there's gonna be a lot more videos about BTS.
For sure, it's not often you see good people just go at it and come out with a message. So yeah, this was a wonderful video. Thank you so much to the commenters that suggested this. Thank you very much to xCeleste for making this video, and we hope you enjoyed this reaction as much as we did. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm grinding like a pro skater, baby mama bugging. I'm so